Alright y'all, so today we're going to be installing some new hair. I love this color. And so I'm going to install this hair and I'm going to be mixing it in with some old hair. I'm going to be using from this pink layered look that I did in the past. I'm going to be using the Ash Platinum Blonde pieces. So like this super blonde piece here. I'm going to show you how to reuse these old tracks along with mixing these new ones to get a whole new look. Because one thing about me, I get tired of colors really fast, but I hate wasting money, so I like to reuse whenever it's possible. I only really stop wearing tracks when the ends are like really bad and ugly or like super cut up and too small. So let's see, I have a little piece of blonde right here. Right here. This is what the blonde looks like. And I also have some regular black that I'm gonna be ripping off from there. Just regular black. And so let's get started. I already got my comb, scissors, and glue. I already obviously have my ball cap method already done. We're gonna be doing a middle part. If you wanna see how I do my middle part, I do have a short that should be posted by now. So if you go into my profile and you check out my short, you'll see how I do my middle part there. Before I crack this bad boy open, I'm going to start with the Ash Blonde for the nape of my neck. I already have a piece that's detached, but it's too short for my liking. Like it's not wide enough. And I needed to go from ear to ear. So I'm just going to rip off the next one that's there, just like this. It's still on the cap from when I washed it off. This hair is already washed too. I always wash the hair as soon as it comes out my head because I always take it off in the shower. I have a video like that as well. If you check on my profile, you'll see me taking off my Quickweave. This one looks a little too big, but it might work. I'll just curve it. So let's see. That's perfect. Okay. So that one is gonna work. I'm gonna go ahead and
BeatStars.com
detangle it. And I have a towel on my counter. Let's see if you guys can see. Yeah, you can see. This is for like super beginners, so you guys can like really know what I'm doing. I'm just laying the weft on the counter. And this is a brand new bottle. I need to open it. So give me 1 second. Oh, yeah, the thing is still. That's horrible. The protective thing is like right there. Good thing I have nails. These are what nails are good for. For all y'all saying, how do you wipe your butt with nails? Like this. Just like that. Okay. Alright. So, shake it down to the glue, to the bottom, and slowly start squeezing. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth to get a nice amount. Don't stay in one spot too long. And then, so let me fix the camera. This is my first tutorial where I'm like actually talking to you guys. I hope you guys like it. Okay, so I'm gonna go from the very bottom, from ear to ear. Just like that, super easy. I'll be right back. And so to make sure that the track lasts a long time without blow drying in between, you see a lot of us blow drying. I think that's super unnecessary. I don't do that. I've never done that and I never will. I just take my fingers and press down hard.
BeatStars.com.
And the track isn't going nowhere. That's it. I don't have time, energy. I get too hot too fast to to be blow drying in between tracks. Like, that's just a waste of time for me. Like, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. Different strokes for different folks, right? But so for me, I just press down really hard and it's not going anywhere. Now I'm going to take a black line. I'm finding where it starts, which is like right here. And then I'm just grabbing from close to the root, because obviously I can't touch the weft. Getting a good grip and just yank it off. And then I'm literally just gonna pull it really hard apart, because it is obviously tangled. I mean, unless you detangle that big old thing before you even start, but I didn't do it. I should have, but I didn't. So go ahead and detangle this one.
BeatStars.com.
And those knots just come right out. Real simple, real easy. Now I'm just gonna make sure there's no flyaways in the weft. Make sure everything's
BeatStars.com.
This little bit of hair that's like that, I'm just gonna cut that off. You don't have to, but okay. So this one, I'm pretty sure is gonna fit right above. Yep, very good. So go ahead and glue that. And I'll show you in the new text as well. With the new bundles, I'll show you how to get the correct side laying flat, because there's short hairs filling in between the longer hairs, and those short hairs tend to stick up sometimes. So I'm gonna show you guys how to look out for that. So again, just carefully make sure everything's laying down. A little bit of rule of thumb, you don't want to place the track directly on top of the other track. You want to leave like just a little bit amount of space. I'm gonna show you more what I mean. I'm gonna pull out two little pieces in front of the camera so you guys can see what I mean. So this is how we're layering it with the blonde piece and then the black piece. So I hold it for a few seconds, make sure it don't go nowhere, and then I start in the middle of the track. I press down really hard and I slide it to the ends, pressing down really hard to make sure it don't go nowhere. So what I mean, what I was just talking about is like, you see these where it's like blunt short hairs right there. You want to make sure like the side that you lay your hair down, like I have the glue down on this side, right? Because that's gonna go attached to my head. Because these short hairs, you see how they stick up? You don't want those short hairs to stick up like this, you know what I mean? Like you don't want those short hairs to stick up and be visible and ugly. So you want to make sure that those short hairs are facing down. So you see how smooth that is? You understand what I'm saying? I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. I went ahead and cracked her open. She is beautiful. Love her. Go ahead and slide this rubber band down.
BeatStars.com.
Good job. Yo, I look crazy with this cap on me. I look weird. All right, and then the fresh bundles, at least for this brand, usually comes like with these how do you call them? They're not zip ties, but they're like those little plastic things. Just take the scissors, get a good opening, you see, and then just open, and then just cut it off like that. Get it out, unravel. There's one more right there. don't cut the hair. Cut. Pull it out. Get the other side.
BeatStars.com.
All right. And all right. Once you unravel it, just shake it. And you're good to go. Okay, okay. This one's so pretty. Love it. Okay. All right, now you're just gonna grab an end, any end. This hair, when it's raveled together, it looks like highlights, but the way they do it is like, you see, they do black and then blonde. I already did a black track, so I want to do a blonde track. So let me go ahead and measure that out. So I have the end right here. I'm gonna make sure those short hairs that I was talking about earlier on the bottom. And I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm kind of doing this like in a U shape, which really isn't that necessary. But if you want like a natural V-shaped layered look, that can help you achieve that without cutting your own layers. But yeah, so I'm gonna, and you see how it's like bulky what's under my cap? Once I press this track down hard, I'm gonna measure it and press it down hard. When I'm ready to glue it, I'm holding down tight and I'm pulling this tight too, so I'm measuring correctly. I'm doing from ear to ear. Let me do that better. Just doing from ear to ear. And so I'm gonna take my nail, put it in between where I think I'm gonna cut. Hold that finger there. And that is how I measure my track. Okay. Make sure this is all smooth. Make sure I'm gluing down the side I want to glue down. Those short hairs are sticking up that way, so I'm going to glue down that way. And I'm just, for those of you who don't know, I'm just gluing right here on the track. Do not glue like below the track, just the weft. It's actually called a weft. If you get a little bit on the hair, that's okay, it don't matter. Nobody's gonna see it anyways, especially because you're covering it up with more hair. But this is super beginner friendly. Once you guys get the hang of it, I'll try to shorten the length of these videos. Okay, so I have this side glued. Give me 1 second. Turn it around and immediately go from where I measured, which is the ear. Hold it down tight, press it tight. Back to the other ear. And hold it down. Hold it down. Okay, I feel like it's been a few seconds. Go back and press it down really hard and slide it, pressing it down really hard. This ensures it's not moving. So I'm just gonna pull this forward. Actually, no, I'm just gonna pull it back. Okay. I'm gonna grab everything to the front. I like to see how everything is looking. So since this track is freshly glued, you don't want to pull it too hard and risk pulling it out. So just hold it on your head, detangle. So you can see. Okay, and let's keep going. I think I'm gonna go from gold to black, gold to black, gold to black. You know what? I'm gonna do another platinum. I'm gonna keep going how I already started. I'm gonna do platinum, black, gold. So I'm gonna do platinum, black, gold again. The platinum is under all these other pieces, so I'm just pulling out the pieces I don't need so I can get to the platinum. So I'm putting those pink ones to the side, and here goes a platinum track right there. And I want to save some of this platinum for the top of my head too. I really want some platinum money pieces, so make sure that I save some for that. Oh, child. What happened here? What happened here? Okay. It looks horribly tangly, but just pull it hard and it comes right out. Get the comb. Tangle it really good. Okay, so I'm gonna measure, see how far this one goes. So I'm gonna go from where my hairline starts, wrap it around, and perfect. So I'm gonna do that. Let me just double check in my mirror, make sure there's not like a big gap. It helps that I have like a medicine cabinet mirror, like that one, that I'm able to look into behind my head. If you don't have that, then just, if you have another camera or a handheld mirror so you can see the back of your head, that will help. You don't have to worry about the old glue residue still on the track. Like, that means nothing. Just glue right on over it again. And I'm sorry y'all that I'm sitting, but I have back problems, so I've not been feeling good lately, and I just need to really make sure I'm taking care of myself. So you see how I grab from end to end? Now I'm going to carefully, without smudging this hand and that glue on the back of my head, I'm going to start at the same point where I left off the last track. Hold it down tight. Oop. And then bring it all the way around. Oops. This one went a little further than I would have liked it. That's okay. You can just cut it off if it's too long, which I am about to do. So this is a good learning opportunity for you. I just ran out of storage, so now I gotta come to TikTok and record for you guys. So I gotta make this quick. I'm probably for the most part gonna stop talking and just show you one by one how I layer these colors. So I'm just gonna show you, I'm gonna cut out the fluff and just get straight to the point for y'all at this point. I'm not gonna throw this little piece away, I'm gonna save it. Save everything. Down. No. Oh, I did it upside down. Oops. I only have this much ash platinum blonde left, so I'm gonna do one more track right here, And then I'm gonna save this for the top. And let's not forget that our leave out goes to the back. So I am gonna ask somebody for help who can actually see better than I can right now. Sorry for all the yelling. Okay, so I'm gonna get them to mark where my leave out stops, and I'll be right back. Usually I wouldn't need nobody's help when I'm doing a side part because I can clearly see, but I need help. Time to pop out the second pack. This is the finished result. Love it. Not too bad, not too shabby. I passed my leave out on 400 degrees with a flat iron, actually 450. And then I passed the whole hair on 350 degrees with a flat iron. This isn't my best work that I've done, but it's nice. It could use some layers, but I don't want to cut it right now. I like to wear it for a little bit before I start cutting it. To blend your leave out really good, use a hard bristle brush. This is why I don't wear middle parts too much, because I have a blunt cut bob and you can kind of see where it stops here, but it's okay. Ain't nobody staring at it except y'all, now that I told you. I could pull it back into a ponytail. It's just pretty cute. I think I'm gonna do that. I can twist it into a bun and just do that. The bun's pretty cute too. But yeah, it could definitely use some layers, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I just don't feel like I've been doing this hair all day, and I really need to go get Luna. She over there terrorizing the house. And this is what it looks like. I hope y'all enjoy this tutorial. If you don't know, then now you know. Just because you can kind of see my leave out doesn't mean you would see yours. The more split ends that you have, the better. Honestly, if you have more split ends in your hair, the better it's gonna blend. Mine is really hard to blend because I have short bob hair. But I'm working on growing that out still. It's not too bad. I definitely gotta fix the baby hairs too. Just let me see. Get this shit on my. Let's see. Everybody stay putting their middle parts behind their ears. It's probably why I got it so heavy in the face. I don't really wear middle parts like that. I'm really a side part girly. But if this is your first time doing a quick weave, is definitely the easiest to learn before you get to side parts, which is like intermediate in my opinion. Yeah, I could fix my baby hairs. I kind of, I definitely sweated them out. Whatever. Just sweating my baby hairs out, bro. I stay getting hot. I'm always hot. But this is what the hair looks like. Hi. Push it behind the ear. If I had some earrings on, it would definitely look better. But whatever, I'm not gonna worry about that too much. All right, y'all, now time to edit this, and I'll see you later. Bye.